Not too much. Excited to see what you got to share with us today. We're pretty excited that you guys picked us to do a Zoom.
For sure. Well, introduce us to everybody. What's cooking? Who's hitting rank 6 this month? Who's MVPs? Who's crushing it? What's up?
Danielle Vaders is coming up quick on rank 6. We've got a little girl going in Ontario, Cassandra. I challenged her to put a Zoom together. Totally, or not a Zoom, sorry, a mixer. Totally forgot about it. She messaged me and said, get your flights booked. So I'm flying to Kentucky on Sunday, home on Thursday, and then back on a plane on Friday to Ontario to do just about a sold-out mixer for her. Everybody's just kind of going, like it's going good. It's been a little slow the last month and a half, but yeah, everybody seems reared up and ready to go this month.
I like it. Question. Can you guys listen to the huddle calls live or can you not?
Yes.
Say that again?
Yes, we can listen to them live.
Okay, sweet. I only see a few faces. I see Cassandra's, Leslie's, Benjamin's, Katie's, Karen's, and that's it.
A lot of people are at work.
Okay, cool. Karen listens every day. I just pulsed out the replays of this week's calls so far, and then I think I did last week. Hey, Lauren, what's up? One of the things I was going to say, we just did, last week I think we did some really cool calls. Mandy was on one of them. What day did you do your call, Mandy, when you talked, like gave specific actions to really get going?
Wednesday.
Yeah, pulse that out. Hey, Danielle, what's up? We did some cool calls this week. Today's was on the DMO and really just getting going. But one of the things we talked about, I don't remember when it was about momentum. And momentum works this way or it works this way. And one of the things about momentum, it's kind of wild. It's literally you trick yourself into it. So I'm a big fan of cheese ball, cliche analogies and stuff. And like right now for the month of October, you literally have two sticks. Hold on, if you want to get animated. You get two sticks.
Oh,
you're rubbing them together to try to make fire. Like you're literally rubbing sticks together to try to create a spark to make a fire. And all that means is you're inventing momentum and activity out of thin air. So like as I sit here right now and you ask me who's the most interested prospect that you have, I could give you 3 or 4 of them, but one of them is invented literally out of thin air. I'm taking a parenting class that's like a redirecting kids type thing. Well, it's 3 Wednesdays in a row, last week, this week, next week. And the instructor out of thin air is literally one of the most connected moms I've ever met in my life. One of the most ambitious moms I've ever met in my life. One of the most charismatic, like awesome. Well, all of a sudden she's now a prospect. And we're talking to her about drinking samples. One of the women in the class after class is like, hey, is that your Prove It Tesla outside? I've been talking to a friend about getting samples. Do you have any? Yes. While we're giving the dude or the lady samples, another couple is standing there watching. What are ketones? What do you know about the ketogenic diet or the Atkins diet? Bam, samples to that guy. So because one conversation triggered 3 more in one time and one night, those are all now prospects. So that's momentum out of thin air. So then I took those stories and started parlaying them into other conversations with other moms and other parents. Had another lady around the corner that works at a pharmaceutical company. Dropped samples off to her last night. Met another lady at a wine bar. She's having wine Tuesday night with her girlfriends. She's there with like 4 other moms whose kids are all like at church or at whatever. So they all go have a glass of wine and talk about their week. Well, we dropped off samples to her right after we dropped samples off to the other mom. So we're like inventing literally out of thin air, like 2 sticks, just poof. All these moms in town that are interested. Well, the one mom knows the other mom. This other mom, Dusty, has a neighbor that's drinking samples from another friend. She was in Soul Cycle, some spin class thing, and she was in there yesterday morning or this morning, I can't remember. She's got a friend who already took samples in there. Like it was nuts. I was at a place called Kidsville this morning. I take my kids there a few times a week, tumble and climb and goof off. The lady working at Kidsville is in doTERRA and Arbonne and then something else, not making any dough. And she's like, I've been hearing about ketones. She's like, I've never tried them before. Then there's another lady there who's a nanny who's drinking samples. The other lady I gave samples to. My point is I'm creating activity out of nothing. those are made up scenarios, people I didn't know, I don't have a relationship with, and we're inventing them out of thin air, literally out of nothing. So now all these moms are starting to kind of cross-pollinate one another. They're starting to run in and bump into one another. So now one of them's like, hey, that was the stuff such and such was telling me about. So this momentum conversation, or this idea of momentum. So as Jackie was just saying, it's been slow for a month and a half. Here's what I would encourage you to do. Say the opposite. It's picking up. It's picking up means it's going this way. Even though it may have gone that way or have done this, like language is real powerful. Like what you say, hey, it's picking up. There's a lot of activity happening. Even if your numbers might be down, maybe they're flat, maybe they're up. I don't know. I bet some people on this Zoom have their numbers up. Does that make sense? There's people on the Zoom that just got in 4 days ago. So language is powerful. There's people on the Zoom that are like, oh, I didn't know numbers were down the last month and a half. Shit, my numbers are up. They've only been in 2 weeks. They're popping. So, words are powerful, and how we language things are powerful. So I would encourage you to, I can tell you right now, October is off to a smoking start. There's 31 days in the month, So we have a huge month. There's LCD coming up this month, and then nothing the rest of the month. So everybody's home. Your whole team's at home just working. So most of the team is not going to LCD, and then we don't have an event until November in Dallas. So it's literally just all hands deck, focus for the entire month of October. So, from a mentality perspective or from a momentum perspective, Danielle, let's knock rank 6 out. Done. It's a done deal. Like literally done deal. Like it's not an option. Like, I guess here's my question. Danielle, who do you have on your team that's on this Zoom right now? Anybody? You're muted.
Hi, I'll figure it out. Karen is on my team, and she is on fire. She's killing it.
I can tell Karen is a giggly mess over there. Look at her. She's fired up. She's laughing.
She is. And we have Raylene. She's doing awesome too. She loves these Zooms. She gets on as many of them as she can. Yeah, she's on here. I'm swiping through. I'm not very good at this phone thing. I'm really good at texting and messaging, but there we go. Yeah, 2.
What'd you finish your volume at last month? What's it this month? Jackie, do you know? Danielle, you're muted again.
Oh, sorry. I was really close to rank 6 a couple months ago, and then I went down to rank 4 last month, and this month things are really picking up again. So
she's at about 2,700.
Say again?
About 2,700 so far this month.
Okay, sweet. So here's the good news. The good news, whether it's 6 this month or 6 next month, if you heard today's huddle call, it doesn't matter when it is. Just get it done. Let's roll. But what's Karen's goal? Is Karen's goal to do $2,000?
She wants 6.
10,000, 20,000. Okay, so then who does Karen have that's on the Zoom? You got anybody on the Zoom, Karen?
I do not. I don't have any promoters yet.
You got customers?
I do have customers.
How many?
48 at the last.
What?
I think.
You have 48 customers?
I believe so. Plus a whole bunch of people who aren't officially customers.
That's okay.
10-day samplings like crazy. So.
That's okay. If you took those 48 people and went and checked their checking account balance, are they all financially stable, secure, and couldn't use any extra money? Or you think some?
Of course.
Well, there you go. Let me ask you this. If the 48 people had the choice to either pay full price for ketones or get them for free, which do you think would say, I'd rather pay full price?
Probably none.
None of them. Do you think Mandy Mitchell, myself, and Jackie could flip a couple of them from customers to promoters?
I do think so.
Okay, cool. But only if we get on the telephone with them, probably, though, right?
Or a group chat, yeah.
Group chat, text, Facebook, smoke signals, I don't care what. Okay, cool. So that's my challenge to you. 48 customers. I bet all of them have 2 friends that they could figure out that they could get a post up on their Facebook. Here's a question. How many of the 48 have Facebook posted, all right, y'all, these ketones got me like whatever. How many of you have not been in ketosis before? How many of you have not tried ketones? Or how many of you know what ketosis is? Any one of those works, right? But
yep.
how many people do you have as those 48 customers that have never Facebooked that? My guess is probably none of them have ever done it.
Exactly.
Because if they would have, I got a friend before we met. She's almost ranked 7 this month. Before we met, she put a Facebook post up because she wanted to know if what I was getting ready to tell her had any real activity to it or any positivity to it. So I think Mandy's met Keisha before, but like she literally Facebook posted before I met her, hey, Facebookers, what do you all know about ketones and ketosis? Had 115 comments. People were battling each other about whether it was good or bad. As a prospect, she just had the inclination to ask Facebook, hey, book facers, what do y'all know about ketones or ketosis? Ever been in ketosis before? Question mark. So while we were talking about ketones, her Facebook was responding, oh, yeah, I tried that diet when it was called Atkins. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So by the time she had her first pack of her 5-day experience, she already had 20, 30 people interested in trying one.
So is that,
go ahead.
Is that how you suggest flipping customers to promoters? Like Christy Short, she's ranked 6 on the team. She has 450 customers. And of those 450, she's at work. We got to get her after. But of those 450, she's struggling in this, like we all do. Like I think I myself have 220 customers. And that's where we seem to struggle here. And that's like the common thing that the team comes to me with is how do I flip these people to promoters? And I'm like, I don't know.
Before Michael talks, because I can tell by his face that he's got something awesome to say. 2 things. Yes, that is how you flip customers to promoters, number 1. Number 2, I'm going to ask you to stop using the word struggle. This is a Mitchism, but struggle sounds terrible. Challenge is something you can crush. So you are not struggling to get promoters. You are challenged by
I'm challenged.
your lack of promoters. But it's a challenge, not a struggle. And speaking it that way changes the way you look at it, I promise you. And number 3, let me also share with you that the fact that when I look at my snapshot for the month, it says we have 1 promoter for every 25 customers at the end of the month, means we have, excuse my language, I'm going to curse. Okay, maybe not, just in case.
It wouldn't be a Mandy Zoom if you didn't.
I see a little kid, so I won't curse. But it means we have an incredible freaking product that everybody wants, and they don't feel like they've got to pitch it to their friends in order to make it worth their money and time to purchase the product. The reason why that's so incredible and out of this world, instead of looking at it as a struggle or a challenge even, I'm freaking pumped up and proud of the fact that I've got at least 25 to 30 people every single month who love, appreciate, feel incredible, and are willing to buy the product just like they would their damn groceries because it's so good. And they don't feel like they need to, well, I got to sign everyone up to make this worth it. You know, it speaks volumes about who we are and what we have to offer that we do have so many customers and so few promoters. I understand that it's promoters who will more than likely be who grows your business, right? We need more people sharing the conversation, but we can do that with your customers. We can flip them. Okay, I just get on that's the conversation that makes me want to like climb through this screen and
kiss you.
Yeah. So anyway, Michael, take it away.
I don't know what else to say. So I guess I do. I agree with everything that you just said. I mean, think about this. You have a bunch of people who want to pay full price for the product. They have the choice, get it for free by getting just 2 friends as Smart Ship customers, and they stop paying, or keep paying full price. Free or full price, free or full price. I mean, ask them, do they even know that there's a referral program? I mean, I just say that it's a referral program. It's a preferred customer program. As a customer or a promoter, they have the ability to refer to SmartShip customers and they start getting free product. I mean, imagine maybe you haven't asked them that. Maybe they don't know. Or maybe it's not about you explaining to it or you explaining it to them. It's having someone else explain it to them. So Karen, how many of your customers have met Jackie personally, either on the phone, chat, text, in person, or whatever else?
None.
Okay, Okay, that's good. If you said all of them and we got no promoters, then I would be worried. I knew you were going to say 0 because I know what'll happen when they do. But for some reason, many of us think that when we play this connection conversation, when we have this connection conversation, it's or third-party validation. It's about promoters. Hey, once somebody's a promoter, then connect them. That's not what we mean. When someone has a pulse, like I'm taking my pulse, when literally someone has a pulse, like check their pulse, when they have a pulse and an interest in ketones, connect them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right away.
Jackie, get ready because I'm doing the Edmonton Women's Show this weekend, and there's going to be about 5,000 women coming through.
If that's this weekend, though, we've got 4 days before that happens to connect your other 48.
There you go. Okay, so Karen's going to go down the list one by one with the 48 and say, hey, Suzanne, I don't know if your ears were burning or not, but I was chatting with a few friends of mine, 28 of them, a couple of Americans. I was chatting with a couple of friends of mine, burning. We were talking ketones. I guess it's crossed my mind. I'm not sure if you know that you can get them for free or not. So look, I don't know the magic words to use. Whatever comes out of you, keep it concise, keep it clear, keep it fun, loose and light. Nobody wants to be sold, but let them know. I know you'd love the product. That's why you've been buying it for 4 months. But what I guess it dawned on me, I don't know if you know that you can get it for free because I drank a free keto today. And for some reason, those suckers are a little bit more delicious than the paid for ketones. Free stuff, free vacations are a little bit more fun than paid for vacations. I don't know if you've been on free one before. When you check your wallet and it's all still in there, you're like, this vacation is awesome. When you drink a Keto Max and then you check your savings account or your checking account and no money left, that's a good tasting ketone right there. So let them know, have fun with it, and you won't get through the 48. I promise you. Do you know why? Because the 7th person is going to go, well, heck, I got 9 friends that would drink some samples. If you're telling me that you would explain the product to them, A, B, meet with them, C, give them a sample out of your stash, I got 14, heck, I got 25 people probably drink a sample. Well, wait a minute here now, because if you sign up more than 2, if you sign up a 3rd, we start paying you real money. So I don't know if you like paying your cell phone bill or if you'd rather us pay your cell phone bill. Be careful because if you refer a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th person, we start paying you real money. What do you call it in Canada? Money?
We call it money.
All right. They call it francs in France, but I only know a franc is a hot dog, so I don't know what you call it there.
No,
We're still North American.
A lot of y'all speak French, so I don't know. Listen.
No, we don't. That's like saying that all Americans speak Spanish.
That's funny right there. I said some of you speak French. So you get what I'm saying, Karen? All right, you're going to be busy the next couple, 2-3 days, and so is Jackie. Mandy's sitting there going, hang on, let me clear my schedule. That's only one person. Christy ain't even on here. She got 450 customers. Do you think of the 450 customers, any of them have met Mandy?
No.
No, and that's awesome. Listen, now all of a sudden, Jackie, do you feel you have more energy or less energy towards your belief that October is going to crush?
I'm ready.
We only been on the Zoom 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And all we did was point out how many people you already currently have drinking ketones. All right, who else on here's got customers? Natalie with your horse, that's a screenshot. You got any customers? Katie, Lynn, Marie, Rosa, you got any customers? That's a lot of names. You have any human beings who drink ketones and like them?
I have about 80 customers.
What?
Yeah.
How many of them have met Jackie?
A couple of them have talked to her.
Okay,
I have
cool.
like 8 promoters, I think.
Okay, cool. Any of those 8 promoters met Mandy Mitchell on the phone?
Maybe one.
Do y'all see a pattern here?
Yeah.
Look, this is recorded, so I'm not going to tell you the dollar amount, but it's more than 6 figures that her and her husband have made improve it in less than 1 year. They know what in the world they're doing, and she literally wakes up in the morning and goes, who can I support on my team today to grow this thing bigger and faster? Meanwhile, you got 80 customers who like the product, at least enough to pay for it, full price. They have the ability to get it for free, and literally a lady, a mom, some chick in Oregon, Katie has 128 customers. Good grief. Thanks, Leslie. Between you, you probably have 1,000 customers, human beings who would rather pay free than pay full price.
Last count when I asked Mandy, I think there was 8,000 under me alone, like in there.
You all don't have a prospecting issue. We got a connection game issue. We've got, what'd you call it, a challenge?
Yeah.
Challenge. There you go. Get my language right. We're challenging the connection game. So like if what we've got here is a failure or a breakdown of the relay race. We're running a leg or two of the relay race and then dropping the baton. So between myself and Mandy and a few other people, we know what in the world we're doing. Danielle got busy. Look at that. She's just running around with that kid all over the house. She's got teammates, promoters, customers, prospects, 5-day experience people who right now this minute could jump on a call, a text, a Zoom, or a chat and get some questions answered and go, oh, I didn't know that. Heck yeah, I'd much rather get ketones for free than pay. All you got to do is put a Facebook post up that says, hey, any of you book facers know anything about ketones? And then 19 people are going to respond, what is it? How does it work? Can I get a sample? Tell me more. And then Danielle's friend is going to go, hold on, meet my friend Danielle. She knows more than I do. Danielle says, hey, what do you know so far? Suzanne's friend says, nothing. Danielle goes, well, here, watch this video real quick. It's 4 minutes. It'll tell you how it works. By the way, where do you live? I'd love to get you a sample. Oh, I'm in Ontario. Hold on. What part? I am too. And you drive them a sample. I feel like the ice cream man most days. I'm just driving samples around town, shaking samples up, high-fiving people, shaking them up samples, hitting them up a Better Magazine, taking a picture, text introducing them to somebody that knows more than I do, and saying, you need to meet my friend. He'll hook you up. Does that make sense? Do you all follow kind of the steps of how that works? Okay, I can see everybody's faces, most of you. Be honest. If you watched the video of Dustin and I in my living room talking about how to play the connection game where there's a little whiteboard and it says, create curiosity, validate it, enroll, show a hand. How many of you watched that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a few. Half have not. Okay, so Jackie, one of your new jobs is today and tomorrow. Make sure everybody that's in your business as a promoter watches that video.
Okay.
Have you watched it?
Bits and pieces of it. My mom just passed away, so we've been dealing with all of the final stuff from that, but that's all done now. So yeah, I'm getting back into it here now too.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks.
It did, yeah.
Here's the beauty. Did you make money while that was happening?
My paycheck for September was bigger than what I used to make in a year.
So your mom passed away, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this. So mom.
It's okay, just say it. My mom had cancer. It was coming.
Okay, mom passed away, and you made more money while you were being there for mom than you did when you were working full time like a dog.
And I was gone to Vegas for a week before that. So I come home from Vegas, and 3 days later, mom passed away. So yeah, I was gone for basically 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
So most people need our business as much as they need our product. Y'all understand that?
Absolutely.
Did you know all that, Mandy?
I'm sorry, say that. You cut out. Say that again.
Did you know all that? I didn't know all that. Did you know that was happening and what was going on with mom and stuff?
Yes.
What does that make? How do you and Jack feel about being able to have a business where you can invite your friend in? They go, oh, yeah, I'll check out a sample. I'll watch a campfire video. And then a matter of months later, she has to be there for her family. She's out of town for weeks, for a period of weeks, makes more money not working than she would have made working. Is that cool or does that suck?
It definitely doesn't suck. And to just add a little bit of even more heart. First of all, I love Jackie. Jackie knows I love her. And she came to Vegas for Keto Academy more, even though, I literally think her mom held on just so she could come to that event. But Jackie told me she was never going to do this. I'll drink it, but I'm not going to sell it. And the only reason why she was a promoter is because a family pack was a better deal and not available to customers at the time.
And because it was free.
Yeah, so it was and it was free to join. So it was to go from that to being able to know, like, when your friend calls you and tells you that all this stuff is going on, that you don't have to worry about whether or not they can pay their bills. All you have to do is give them a hug and tell them, I'm sorry that this happened. And you don't have to worry about whether or not they can pay their bills. Because believe me, I supported a friend through the death of her mother financially. And that didn't pay off very well for me in the end.
Do you know what's really cool is I've actually been supporting family as well through it all, and I couldn't have done that without this.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's
Definitely,
exciting.
it definitely doesn't suck to know you're connected to that kind of stuff, for sure.
This is big time stuff, you guys. I mean, you can take a person who's just a person drinking samples. You do know Mandy Mitchell and Jack were just drinking samples, and in a period of weeks later, they were, I think, customers, right?
Yep.
They were customers. And then a period of days or weeks later became promoters, and then a period of a month later hit rank 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and legend, faster than anybody in the company ever did. And you guys all made that happen. This team contributed to making that happen. They started as customers. Christy's got 450 customers. Which of those customers is the next Jackie Whiteley? I don't know. There's 4 or 5 hidden in there. We just haven't uncovered them yet. Heck, we haven't even called them. We haven't even gone on telephone with them yet and said, hey, did you know there's a free keto program? You can stop paying. We'd love to stop charging you. And the free ones taste a little bit more delicious than the paid for ones. I mean, goof off, have fun, be silly, do what you will, but like get through all those people. And the sheer activity of it, Karen, will have random people coming into your life. Just like I got all these random, I'm talking a lot about moms right now. Carl's bad moms, Carl's bad moms, Carl's bad moms. And they're coming out of the woodwork. You understand? Randomly, no. We're taking 2 sticks and we're making fire out of it. We're just, Jackie, the first thing out your mouth earlier, well, one of the first things was a little bit slow, but there's stuff going on in your guys' life, right? Guess what? Momentum swings the other way too. It's like sports. You see a team, whatever sports you all like, you see a team winning, and then all of a sudden they lose momentum and the other team gains momentum, and then wham, they just take over the game. And it's like, that's what's exciting in sports. So we've got to create momentum out of this Zoom right here. So many of you have got work to do because you got a bunch of people drinking keto. Look at Leslie shaking one up now. A lot of people didn't know there was a free keto program. A lot of people didn't know they could jump on the phone. Well, let me ask you this, Jackie. If you did 32 calls in the next 3 days and all of them were with people already drinking ketones, would you, and you said, look, tell me 2-3 sentences of what you're experiencing on the product. And Karen gets you on with 4 or 5, and Danielle gets you on with 4 or 5, and Cassandra gets you on with 4 or 5 ahead of her mixer, people drinking samples. And then all of a sudden they're telling you all their stories. This happened, my son this, my mom this, my dad this. And you're listening to these stories. Do you feel better about the business or worse about the business?
Way better.
Insanely better. But we don't even talk to our own team's customers because we just don't. I don't. You know, I didn't do 9 calls today with people's customers. I did a lot of calls. So, I mean, as did you. But imagine if every day you talk to 4 or 5 customers and it was a part of like quality control. Benjamin got you on the phone with 3 or 4 of his people that are drinking ketones. Guess what? He's fired up because all the 3 or 4 of them are like, wow, that was cool. You feel good because you got a chance to meet those people. And then you say, look, well, who else do you know that's in the community here? I've got some samples in my car. I got 20, 30 minutes before I got to go back to my next appointment. Look, I'd love to pop some samples off to somebody. Here, I'll tell you what, send this campfire video to 4 or 5 people. Ask them if they've ever seen it. Have you posted up on Facebook a picture of you drinking, you know, literally drinking a max and said, hey, what do y'all know about ketones? I mean, let's coach people through the process of creating curiosity. And as we create curiosity, what might happen moving forward? You guys have got hundreds and hundreds of people that are already drinking the product. They don't even know there's an opportunity to share it, earn free ketones, and do what Jackie's doing, which is changing people's lives and being able to create real freedom and choice in her life. Most people don't have very much choice in their life. They don't have much choice where they live, where their kids go to school, what airline they're going to fly, where they're going to sit on the plane when they do afford a flight. Like, there's not a lot of financial choice in their life. So I think one of the things that's really, really cool is the ability to introduce people to both a better business, a better way to generate income, and a better way to feel because they have a ketone source. So I think that's one of the places we can really create a lot of activity. And then let's redo this Zoom in 2, 3, 4 days, because every one of you on here has got customers. If you don't, go watch the How to Create Conversations Facebook Live, or the video we put up on my Facebook page. Jackie, I'd have everybody on here watch that video again. It's about 20 minutes long. Everybody on here's got 4 or 5 friends that would drink a sample because you told them to. Amy, 4 or 5 people today, if you just said, look, you need to drink a sample, would you? Tell me what you think. And I know you know somebody that would drink a sample too. I'm going to take a serious stab at making this a business. I feel great drinking the product, and I really want to help as many people as I can. I need you to drink the product. Buy 5 days worth of 30 bones or whatever. Everybody's got people that like them and care about them enough that they'll at least try it because they don't want to feel bad. They don't want to feel bad by saying no. So that's what I would do. Those are a couple of the things. Mandy, I'm probably leaving some stuff out, but I got another Zoom I got to boogie on to. Jackie, you're going to crush this. October is going to be a smoke show. Do you understand?
I'm excited.
October,
I
November,
really am.
December, 90-day blitz. I bet you could break 4 or 5 rank 6s, if not more.
I bet you we could. That's something that was said to me in Vegas is like, this is the first 250K team in the country.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. You guys are all a part of, yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys are crushing it. So question is, who's going to be the next couple rank 6s on this call? All that is a dozen or so. Danielle said yes. Nicole said yes. There's some heads nodding. So the kicker is
Sandra, Karen.
Yeah. How many of you are going to break a GoPro or a Go MVP in the next couple days? That's the question. How many of you are going to enroll a new person and run them MVP by Sunday night? But I'm going to sneak. I'm glad we could be on for just a couple minutes. I'd love to hear back, Mandy. We'll kind of monitor and be accountable to how many of the people really go do that and touch base with those customers. And it's still just watch, connect, and roll. That's all it is. Hey, have you seen this video? Did you know that we had a referral program? Let me introduce you to my friend. And then I would run Jackie, Mandy, myself, 3 or 4 others on this Zoom, run them ragged with connections. I mean, Mandy, I'll shut up and let you tell them what your thoughts are. Could you imagine doing 5, 10, 20 calls a day with people that have been on the product for a month and all you're doing is helping them understand how to share? Like,
that would be incredible. I mean, that's the one thing that we talk about all the time. You got to go. He's got to go. That's the one thing that we talk about all the time is just like, Jack and I talk about this a lot. Like sometimes people are interested, right? But we got to spend so much time explaining to them about the product. Like people will message me and say, I'm interested in the business, but they haven't even drank the product yet, right? Or they've only been on it for a little while. I can't imagine how simple it would be to switch someone to a promoter who's been drinking the product and paying full price for it for forever, right? I mean, my mom is a promoter and she's a 65-year-old lady who doesn't know how to access her own smart ship. I mean, she can't even do it, but she was like, I gotta be a promoter because I gotta tell everyone I know how great this feels, and why would I want to pay for my stuff if I could get it for free and earn a little bit of extra money? And I mean, we're talking about a woman who hasn't even had to work her entire life because my stepdad makes a killing. So the fact that she's willing to do it, can't log into her own account, those are the kinds of people that we can turn into promoters just because they're excited and they're happy and they love the way they feel. And you know that already, right? Because they're ordering every single month. So let's do that. I think it's so fun when I do these things with Michael because he literally just brings things up that I just don't even ever think of sometimes. And it's like, we're always so focused on who can we go out and get that's not already in our business that wants to be a promoter, when I'm listening to your numbers as a team and they are ridiculous. Like the amount of customers in your all's team is insane. Even if you only have 5 customers, you have 5 people right now who love the product. Where's the conversation that we're having with them? So, I just think that it's just a good reminder that it's not always about looking for someone new. We have people, and he's right. I was just drinking samples. I was a 5-day. That's how I started. So, and I only ordered the 5-day so I could figure out which one I wanted to buy in a can. Like I wasn't even going to buy Max, you guys, because I was like, that's too expensive. I'm not buying it. And I didn't buy Max. I was like, that's dumb. I'm not buying a box of 20. What am I going to do with 20 packs of Max? Like those things that your people say to you, that's the stuff that came out of my mouth. And look at us. So, just a good reminder. Jackie, I have another Zoom happening in like 20 minutes, so we've got some time as long as I can pee in between. What kind of other topics do you want me to go over? I've got some people have been asking me for like Facebook hacks or activities you can do.
I went to Sierra. Sierra's going to do a Facebook thing for us.
Awesome.
I just have to schedule that and connect with her again. But I think the biggest thing is Leslie teaches her team, I teach my team, Josie teaches her team, third-party verification or whatever you want to call it, and nobody does it. And I'm just as bad. I mean, I don't know, I think I've only introduced Mandy to about 10 of my people, so that's something that I have to definitely improve on. But it is huge in this business, and like Michael touched on it, Mandy touches on it. We need to be doing that.
And here's the thing about third-party validation, guys. If this just kind of helps you wrap your brain around it, I'm going to mute everybody real quick one more time. And you can unmute yourself if you have to talk. But, here's the thing. First of all, third-party validating doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. It doesn't mean you don't know what you're talking about, and that's not how the person that you're helping views it, I promise you. So you don't even have to ask them, hey, can I put you in a message with this other person? Here's some good times to third-party validate, okay? Someone's asking you a question, and you think to yourself, let me see how Jackie would answer that. Do you see my face? No. That's not what you do. You don't stop that message and go ask Jackie, how do I answer this? You literally just throw Jackie in a message. Hey, Jackie, my friend Mary had this question. So it's Jackie and Mary in the message now. You copy and paste Mary's message and you say, can you help answer this? The person doesn't care who gives them the answer. The person just wants the answer. That's number one. Number two, here's another great thing. I had someone say to me the other day, well, I don't want to put this person in a message with you because you're really difficult. And I was like, well, that's exactly why you should put them in a message with me. Like, why on God's green earth do you want to deal with someone that's difficult? Like, I've had regular jobs, and at no point did my supervisor ever come over to me and say, hey, whatever's the most difficult part of your job, just let me know and I'll do it for you. Like, no one's ever said that to me, but Michael freaking loves to take my difficult people. I will gladly take your difficult people because I don't have an emotional attachment to whether or not I'm going to irritate them, and they don't have an emotional attachment where they're trying to push my buttons, right? So, like, it's a completely neutral conversation, and nobody's pissed off at anyone when the conversation is over. So that's another really great reason to put someone in a message. Here's another really great reason, okay? And this is where I'm going to take responsibility like Jackie did too. Like, I wasn't doing this. You reach a point where you've been doing it long enough, you've achieved whatever rank it is you've achieved, and you think, well, I have a team, I should know what I'm doing. The buck stops with me. Well, the buck doesn't stop with me. The buck actually stops with Brian. So I wasn't doing this, but now I am, where when I bring someone new in to the business, I immediately put him in a message with Michael. And Michael's not my direct upline. He just has a whole lot of flair and finesse, and who I personally connect with as a mentor. So I have asked him to mentor me. He is mentoring me. So I'll just put someone in a message with him because out of all the people above me, he's really involved. So I'll put my person in a message with him, and I'll just be like, hey, Michael, this is my newest promoter, Kelly. And then I list 5 or 6 things that are awesome about Kelly. So Kelly feels validated and special and important. And oh my gosh, I can't believe Mandy just told Michael Rutherford about me. And then I explain why Michael is awesome so that Kelly has respect for Michael and knows how important and incredible he is. Okay, and Michael feels good. And then this is what Michael does. Michael tells Kelly how awesome and lucky and blessed she is that she is on my team. And don't worry, Mandy won't steer you wrong. Listen to everything she does. So you see what happened there? Our new person feels validated and important. Michael is validated and important. I'm validated and important. And most importantly, the new person coming in knows that they are connected with incredible people who will help them. So you could do that with Danielle. You could do it with Jackie. You could do it with me. You could do it with Michael. You don't have to do it with all of us, but you could put a couple of us in a message thread. And then it's our job, like that's the whole beauty of it. And then your new person knows that you're going to steer them in the right direction. You're going to train them, you're going to lead them, and we're all here to help support. So it's been so exciting to see that happen. And I actually put a challenge out to our champs to do it. And they did it for about 1 day. And it was the best day I've had personally, emotionally, in my business. It is the best day I've had in months. And then for some reason, everybody stopped doing it. So I just don't know if they just don't bring in any people in or they just forgot how awesome that felt. But I highly encourage you to do it. Even if you have someone who came in a few weeks ago and you haven't introduced them to us. You know what I mean? Like if I reach out to someone, they should know who I am. Not because I'm special, but because they should know they have people there to support them. Right?
Can I add something to that?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how many of you know Leslie's story, but when Leslie came into the company, she was not connected with me. She wasn't connected with anybody, and she came in with an experience pack and ready to go. But the person that she enrolled under would not connect her with anybody above, and Leslie was like 3 days on the phone conversation to keep her and make her not quit the company, because once she got a hold of me, then she knew that there were other people doing it. Now, a lot of you guys in here are on here because of Leslie. So it's super important to connect. So important. And what I found too, since we absolved I know, sweetheart, just a minute. Sorry, I got a sick kid. Another thing that what I've started doing is the people that are connecting me with their new promoters, we're using that chat to check in and drive them to MVP a whole lot faster too, because then we're constantly all on them. That's all.
Sorry, love it. I had to unmute myself. But yeah, those are, that's just super important. So that's just my thoughts on third-party validating. I mean, we can't make you do it, but I promise you that if you do, it will be really, really, really helpful. And let me give you one more example. So yesterday I had a conversation with somebody on our team who's going through a ton of stuff, right? Just family issues, blah, 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 all this stuff going on, okay? And so she knows, and this is what she said to me, this is a time in my life where I absolutely know I need this business. I need it, but I don't have time to work it. What is your advice? And I was like, well, why don't I work the business for you? Like, that's what I'm here for. So do you have 30 minutes every day that you could dedicate, either in one chunk or broken up in 10-minute spurts throughout the day? Yes. Okay, here's the list of things that you need to accomplish in those 30 minutes, and I promise you can accomplish them because I do it every single day in 30 minutes. It's what we talk about on our Zoom. It's all Facebook stuff. It's all ways to get you, exposure to more people and connected to more people, but it just takes 30 minutes a day. So do these things for 30 minutes, all right? And then find a random 5 minutes later in the day, whether you're peeing, I don't care if you're peeing, if you're walking out to get the mail, whatever it is, another 5 minutes. I'm asking you for 35 minutes of your day. You work for 30 minutes, and then you find 5 minutes later where you can figure out who responded and reacted to what you did this morning. And then those are the people that you connect to me. And then you can go back to whatever it is you're doing. You go back to your job. You can go back to handling your kids. You can go back to moving. You can go back to filing your divorce papers or whatever it is that's going on. Get your life done and let me work your business. Like, that's what we're here for. And if I have a day where I can't do it, I'll just be like, hey, I'm swamped today, so I'll be a little slow to respond or whatever. But that's what we're here for. Now, I'm not going to do it so you can go get pedicures. All right. But if you are trying to build a business and you have a job or you have a family emergency or, we know, like Jackie said, we know this isn't a full-time gig for everybody, but it is a full-time gig for me. And I'm here because I have an incredibly big why, and it gets bigger every single month because what we're doing is stuff that I didn't even imagine we could do. So, you know, this is the kind of opportunity, you guys, and I know it sounds super cheesy, but we've only been here for 2 years as a company. This is the kind of opportunity that if you grab a hold of it and do all the things, you could change your life in the magnitude of generational wealth, right? Like not just you, not just your kids, but your grandchildren and their children. That is real. That could happen. It's not going to happen for everybody because, quite frankly, not everybody's going to do the work. But I'm willing to do the work because I want that. I've lived a long time thinking to myself, is this really all there is? I just go to work every day and come home and pay the bills and go to bed and get up and do it again, so that on the weekends I can maybe get a load of laundry done and buy some groceries. Like, is that life? I spent a long time going, this can't be it. Like, why, what is this existence? It's terrible, you know? Like, I thought that, and I can see a light at the end of a tunnel. I already don't experience that anymore. Can I do that for my kids? Can I do it for their kids? Hell, can I do it for my parents? Right? My parents can't afford. My parents are in their 60s and they got to go to work. Well, not my mom because my stepdad makes money, but my dad and my stepmom have to go to work every day and work really difficult, demanding jobs, and they don't have anything in retirement. So I literally have an opportunity for multi-generational wealth, up and down. Okay, so if you are working at the grocery store or at a bank, or if you're a school teacher or a congressman, I don't care what you are, I get, I'm doing this full time, and I'm doing it so I have all those things. So let me help, right? Let those of us who can do it. And Amy says she needs it, so let's do it. I mean, I can't do it for you. I can't find the people for you, but let's make a plan to get you connected to people that you can connect to me, right? Or that you can connect to Jackie. So you still have to do your part, but that's what we're here for. So, and Danielle said, "Oh my God, I'm so fired up." If you aren't fired up after this, you're dead. Like, you're just dead inside, and you have a black heart. So I'm just letting you know, because I'm fired up, and now I feel real bad for the people I have to Zoom with in 9 minutes. Katie says she'll take any advice anyone has to offer. So, Katie, are you on our Thursday night Zooms? So we have one. We've been doing it the past, I think, 3 Thursdays. I'll be putting out a pulse later tonight or early tomorrow for tomorrow's. And it is literally, Sierra started it. And she actually does most of the speaking, so you don't have to listen to me very often, just little bits here and there. And it is literally like how to grow your business in 30 minutes a day.
Thursday nights I have pharmacology class, so I miss the Thursday night ones.
So I will make sure that Sierra records it, but
Okay.
the call that I did on Wednesday morning.
Mm.
Yep.
I posted the last recorded Zoom that Sierra did too in the team page. You guys got to stay connected to those.
And Michael posted the link for that call I did on Wednesday, and the call I did on Wednesday was basically the exact same thing we do on Thursdays, and it is literally my DMO. So it is what I do every single day. And Jackie, if you need, I know you said you were going to schedule something with Sierra, but Sierra and I's Facebook spiels are exactly the same because she and I, that's what we talk about all the time. So I can't do it now because I have to get on another Zoom, but we can set one
I'll
up.
message you after. Message me with tonight.
Okay. Like, we can set something up with Sierra or myself. So, and go over all those things. Anything else you guys want me to go over with you all in the next 5 minutes? Do you want me to tell you my 2 most excited hacks that I've done this month so far that have me talking to 1 million people that I did not expect to be talking to? Karen's shaking her head yes. I can always count on Karen for like the most animated body response to whatever question I'm asking. Okay, so here's what I did. Okay. Here's my coolest thing that I did. So raise your hand if you log into Facebook every morning and scroll through your feed and all you see is ketones, 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 prove it, ketones, ketones, prove it. That's all I see. And it's awesome. However, a lot of the activities that I do every day are to get me connected to new people, right? To get me into other people's news feeds and to help them get into my news feeds, right? Because I can post on Facebook all day long, but if 2,000 people are going to see my post and all 2,000 of them are already a customer or part of Prove It, then I'm literally almost wasting my time, okay? Not really, because people learn from what I post and do it on their own page, and there is benefit. However, so I do a ton of things to reach new people. And Katie, that's some of the stuff that we talk about on that Thursday night Zoom, and it's some of the stuff that I talked about on that call. So you have the call recording, and that call was pretty fast. It was only 30 minutes because I said that I wanted to prove it was stuff you could do in 30 minutes. So listen to those. But this is what I did. So I logged into Facebook. I went to the search bar at the top of my page, and I typed in Prove It. And every post, and then you click on posts, okay? So then it's going to show you all the posts that all of your friends have made with the word Prove It in it. And I looked at every single person, and I'm not joking you, if they were not a direct connection to whether or not my paycheck, and this sounds greedy, but it's not, was going to go up or down, okay? Meaning if you are not a part of my team and I don't need to support you, I'm not gonna unfriend you because I love everybody and I love seeing their lives and their kids and I want to be connected and check in with you and see what you're doing, but I don't want you in my news feed. Okay, I gotta get new people in my news feed. So I went to I hovered over them and I clicked unfollow or take a break. There are two options. I think they do about the same thing. I like unfollow because later you can go back to the list of people you unfollowed and follow them again. It's real easy to get them back. So I basically just went through every person and just said, I don't need this person, 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 I don't need this person in my feed, and I just unfollowed them, okay? And then I went back to the top and I typed in ketones. And same thing. Unfollow, 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 unfollow. Now it's super time consuming, but I did it. I spent the whole Sunday night football game doing that. It's real funny because last year at this time is when I met Michael and he told me that he did not know what was happening in football. And I was like, that's ridiculous. That will never happen to me because I'm obsessed with football. And quite frankly, I don't know anything that's happening with football. I drafted people for my fantasy football team. This is a tangent, sorry. And I have not logged in once to change my roster. My husband says I'm in second place, though, so that means I did a really good job. But next week, bye week starts, so I actually am going to have to log in. Anyway, I have no idea what's going on with football, and that's really unlike me. But I spent the whole Sunday night football game going, you all probably don't care because you're in Canada, but I care. It's a big deal. Anyway, so yeah, under the search bar, Andrea is asking under the search bar on Facebook. So you just search Prove It, search ketones, unfollow, 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 unfollow. It took me a couple hours. Bedtime, closed my laptop, went to bed. Woke up in the morning. Well, holy hell, it's like I met 3,000 new people overnight. I was seeing posts from people I didn't even know I don't even know who they are. Some people I didn't remember I was Facebook friends with. Some people I'm like, holy cow, they got married and had 3 babies. That's how long it's been since I've interacted with them. So now what I've been doing all week long is posting Facebook posts that get a lot of interaction, nothing to do with Prove It, right? Like today's was like, what's your favorite gift card? Okay, now I'm doing that for a reason because I'm doing the gift card thing for Cruising for a Cure, but people who are commenting on it that I don't ever interact with. So I've been posting things that new people will see and interact with. And I've also been spending some time just going to every person that pops in my feed that I don't know who they are, which is 90% of them right now, you guys. And I'm going to their page and I'm looking at their profile picture and their cover photo. People don't put profile pictures up where they look like crap. I mean, maybe they do, but they don't think they do. So you just, sorry, that was rude. They think they look amazing. So you're just like, oh my God, you look amazing in this picture. Okay, now if I don't think they're amazing looking, I can't say that because I'm not a good liar. But I'll go to their cover photo, right? Like everybody's cover photo is always something that they're super excited about, or a beautiful place that they've been, or their family photo. So you can comment on it like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful picture. Where did you take that? And so the key is comment something that they will answer back. So where was this picture taken? Or what breed of dog is that? Or how old is your dog? Or, oh my gosh, what a cute family photo. Where'd you get that idea? Something where they have to reply so that there's interaction. So Facebook is going to say, oh, they want to see each other. You'll also be really surprised when you go through and unfollow a bunch of private people, how many private people you're still following. So
Mandy, you got to go.
Okay. Love you. We're going to hang up because I got another Zoom in 1 minute.
Love you. Thank you so much.
But that's my tip. So try that and then but don't unfollow me because I love you and I didn't unfollow anybody on our team. So don't do it to me.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.